starting from hunting prey, looking for a partner, to avoid predators. The ability to smell is critical to survival in the animal kingdom, yet the species, which ones really have the keenest sense of smell? Apparently, the answer is not that simple. According to Matthias Laska, zoologist that focus on sensory abilities in Linköping, University of Sweden, there are about 5.8 million odor molecules, and each odorant can combine to form a combination, almost infinite aroma, because only a fraction of these molecules that's ever been tested on any animal species make a general statement like species A, it is better than species B, is an unscientific thing. Laska says Life Science, by email, one of the challenges in assessing olfactory ability animals is because of smell is the most difficult sense to research. In the book Olfaction, in Animal Behavior and Welfare, mentioned that research on smell left far behind compared to the study of vision, hearing, taster, or feeler. Scents are difficult to control and measure with precision due to its pervasive nature, different behavior in the air and in the water, and vary greatly in chemical composition. Even so, the researchers have uncovered fascinating clues about the species, which one might be the king of smell. One way of measuring it is by looking at the number of olfactory receptor genes, part of the DNA that produces proteins in the nose that can recognize odor molecules. In a 2014 study, which was published in the journal Genome Research, scientists count the number of olfactory receptor genes in mammals. Result: the African elephant occupies the highest position with a total of 198 genes. For comparison, humans only have 396 genes, dogs 811, and rats to 1207. These results make sense. Remembering elephants rely heavily on smell to find food, recognize his family members, detecting threats, and even know the short time when couples are ready to mate. But the study compared 13 species, mammals, and does not include bears, animals that are anecdotally known, has an unusually sharp sense of smell. Other indicators of olfactory power can be seen from the size. Olfactory bulb, part of the brain that processes smells. Dog, known for his skill at tracking scent, has a much bigger olfactory bulb of man, according to study Comparative Year 2011, published in International Journal of Morphology. Among the birds, turkey carcass occupies the top spot, thanks to its ability to remotely detect carcasses. But is the size of olfactory bulb really has to do with olfactory acuity? A 2011 review in the journal Science mentions the number of neurons in the factory chapter relatively the same across different species, regardless of the size. This means size may not be the best indicator. Other ways of assessing the power of smell is to see the ability to recognize certain scents. African pouch rats, for example, known to be very sharp in recognizing odors. Tobias Ackles, that is Sensory Dynamics and Behavior Lab, the University of Bonn, explaining that these rats can be trained to detect land mines and even used to sniff out TBC disease. In humans, outside the vertebrate world, the male moth might just be the champ. Moths are champions in terms of olfactory sensitivity, said Gabriella Wolf, neuroetologue, Dari Case, Western Reserve University. Remember, males can find females that are up to 4-5 kilometers away only by detecting pheromones. In some cases, a male can recognize the presence of females just from one pheromone molecule, said Wolf. That is the highest level of sensitivity that can be imagined. Sharks also have an unusually sharp sense of smell, much more sensitive than humans, that they use when hunting and mating. Some species are able to detect chemicals in water with concentrations as low as 1 part per 10 billion. Yet the popular claim that sharks can smell a drop of blood in the ocean is actually a myth. Menuret American Museum of Natural History